What is going on, guys? Apple Fox here, back again with another video. So Apple has just released the third beta of iOS 11. We've been waiting for it quite some time, but finally it's here. Now in this video, I will of course be talking about everything you need to know about it, including a lot of changes and new features. So let's get the video going. First of all, let me jump into settings to take a look at the beta 3 update. Nothing unusual here, as you can see. It's 354 MB on my iPhone. I'm updating from the second beta, of course, but the size may vary when updating from iOS 10. Now let's talk about the new stuff. When I started to play around with freshly updated phone, I started to open up the apps and I noticed a new look in the weather app. It looks different, I gotta say. I'm not sure if you can see, but the weather signs are a little bolder. The sun, for example, is bigger and so on. Now let's move on to the place where the most changes happened in iOS 11 beta 3, and the place is the control center. At the first sight, it doesn't appear to be different, but there are some things that have been tweaked or changed, so I'll go through them right now. The first thing you may notice, it's actually something really useful, and is the way you can use the toggles now in beta 3. In the previous beta, when you 3D touched or long pressed on the toggle, for example the flashlight, you couldn't immediately swipe your finger to adjust the intensity. You had to lift it up and then swipe up. Now take a look at this. You can instantly take use of the toggle, which definitely saves you some time. It's just a little less than a second, but it can add up during your day. The same thing goes for similar toggles in the control center, including the timer and also the volume, even if you can adjust it right away. The night shift toggle, it shows up when you 3D touch on the brightness, by the way, has been changed. It looks darker when it's not activated, compared to this one, which used to be lighter. When it's turned on, you can't really see the difference. As we're talking about the tweaked toggles, the personal hotspot has been changed as well. When disabled, it looks more distinguishable, while in the second beta it's more like faded in, or I don't know, it looks better in beta 3. AirDrop also offers new interface. A lot more like iOS 11, I would say. I didn't like the one before where it looked exactly like in the iOS 10, and that's not something we want to keep looking at. Do you remember in my previous beta video I was talking about the low power mode toggle not being yellow anymore, and now it's yellow again when you click on it in beta 3. The same thing applies to the flashlight. It also used to be black instead of yellow, but now it turns into blue when you turn the flashlight on. A lot nicer than the black interface in my opinion. When you enable airplane mode in iOS 11 beta 3, it doesn't turn off Bluetooth anymore. I remember when in the first beta it was not even possible to have airplane mode and Bluetooth turned on at the same time. Nice improvement there. Apple also claims that when disabling Wi-Fi using the toggle in the control center, it not only disconnects you from the Wi-Fi network, but it also temporarily turns it off. I'm kind of curious to see how this will work when the final version drops, but looks like we'll have to wait for a couple of months. Besides that, many other toggles have been changed. For example, when first pressing on the camera, although you're getting the same options, but now each of those has its own picture and it's moved to the side a little bit. The calculator, the very same thing, we also have the picture here for the toggle, while in the previous beta it couldn't be found anywhere. If you 3D touch on the screen recording button in the control center, there is a new interface, the microphone icon has been moved up a little bit, and there stands broadcasting instead of recording. This is how it used to look like back in beta 2. It does the same thing, but it only looks different. Also, when you're already recording the screen, the blue bar up top is slightly slimmer. It doesn't take up so much space, but on the other hand, it doesn't show the time of the recording either. The spotlight search shows up differently when you swipe down on a screen on the home screen. I mean, the suggestions are being displayed over the suggested apps that are below in the third beta. Having reduced transparency enabled in beta 2 would make the background of multitasking panel gray or less transparent if you want, and the control center would stay without any change. Now in the actual latest beta 3, it's been swapped, meaning the multitasking panel looks normal while the control center is gray, the background of course. On the lock screen, you don't need to swipe up to view all your notifications. It's altogether placed on the lock screen, or cover sheet as called in iOS 11. The Health app now officially syncs to the iCloud. The application itself has been changed a little bit. The interface at the bottom of the screen is slightly darker, nothing significant, but the change is there. So guys, that's it. The beta 3 comes with some cool improvements and changes, but it's still not the real deal. Maybe some of the things mentioned in the video change again throughout the beta testing. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed and liked this video. You can also click the subscribe button if you want to be the first to watch new Apple related videos. Have a great day and see you next time.